You would know.
I would know.
I would know.
Okay.
Well, there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
This is a no-edit episode, so watch your fucking mouth.
Oh, no.
You little cunt.
Whoa, girl, fuck.
Wow. This is going to be difficult.
Now, good thing we aren't like we were last Saturday.
Okay.
We were back to back to back.
Yeah, we got to apologize for last Saturday.
Playing darts and putting on
We were just going to
brat.
have a fun... This was Bobby's idea of the Saturday because we were both off. He's like, I want to do day drinking only, and I want to go out at like 2. We'll just play some darts, take it easy.
I'm 40.
Go home for dinner and relax.
Literally, that's all I wanted. So then we all know how it goes.
Yeah, we get to
So it's a lie.
Tremont. And, well, we wanted to go to Cobra, but it was not open because I was like, I need to eat.
Oh my God, we both
So
got there
here
shaking.
I am. Yeah, we were shaking. We were starving.
Now,
I was starving.
We do need to discuss before we even get there, though. When we were at the Mexican restaurant, when we saw that
We
group
went
of
to
guys,
La something.
local
cantina.
cantina, La Loco.
El Vaquero.
But
I mean,
that's better.
It is so much
No
better.
offense, but
I'm
it's
sorry,
way
El
better.
Vaquero.
Yeah.
The fucking cheese dip. Like
If you don't like
every
cheese
part
dip,
of
like
El
queso,
Vaquero.
don't talk to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't like eating queso dip, like some people are like, oh no, I'll just have bean dip. Excuse me?
Side note, no offense to our Austin fans, but that place that we went with Emma was not good Mexican.
No offense.
Remember that?
It's Tex-Mex.
It's like their classic, like, we got to go here.
Do
Do you remember what it's called?
No.
Okay, I have to look it up.
Or Taco Deli? No.
Taco Daily.
Taco Deli?
Okay.
I actually don't even remember eating Mexican. When did we eat Mexican?
We went with Emma. And it wasn't like bad. It was just like, it was one of these places.
Where it's like, oh, this is like the most popular in Austin. And you're like, oh.
I think she didn't even say it was the best. She just said you have to.
Weird. Oh, I remember now. I remember now. That's where we saw Amber.
Yes.
Yes.
Matt's El Rancho. Matt's El Rancho. It had the sign out. I wonder if we'll see the sign here. Then you'll remember.
I remember it, I think, now.
You'll remember once I show you.
There
was quite a line, and we were inside like this. We were stuck up against the wall.
Yes.
And that sign.
Yes.
So
I mean,
that's how like local cantina is to me. It's like, it's solid. It is a Mexican place in a way.
it works.
I don't know if a Mexican would claim it, but it's like,
No.
yeah.
Yeah. So
anyways,
we had
we
to
get
go there.
there.
Because then I greet him at the front. I'm like, I'm shaking. I can't even breathe. And I'm like, wait, I haven't had anything to eat. And you're like, yeah, me either. I'm like, okay.
We gotta eat.
We gotta eat.
We gotta eat.
So we sit down, and all of a sudden we see a group of guys, a table of like 5.
And they're all
look
wearing uniforms, but you thought they were race car drivers.
I did. I thought they were like.
They could be Impact. It said
Impact,
which is like,
maybe their softball name.
yeah, we settled
I almost
on
think that they were gay. Now that we've said and done, there was a gay.
There was a gay vibe, and they smiled at us way too much.
Well, and they played that fucking song.
They played that Bussy song.
And I was like, I looked over at them, and they were like looking at us like if we would pick up on the Bussy part, and we're like, yeah, we're gay. We get it.
I turned around and I was like, who played this?
You're like, it's like, oh,
And he's
okay.
like,
I mean, if that's the way you want to like communicate and like try to,
if you're trying to hit on me,
connect,
you can just come over here and grab my
right?
ass.
All you have to do is say, suck my dick, and I'd be like, okay.
I mean, honestly,
Well, it depends on which one.
They
of those.
were at a high top.
There was a few.
You wouldn't even have to get on your knees.
Oh, that's so nice. I can't. My knees hurt now. So we go there, we eat, then we go across the street to play darts, and this is where things go south.
Yeah.
Because now, but we had margaritas.
2.
Well, I had 1.5. You had 1.5.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
drank
We
some
split
of
our
yours.
third. That was smart.
Because I was like, I can't have another one of these.
And don't worry, we got the healthy kind, low sugar.
Yeah, low sugar, just lime juice and vodka or
It
tequila.
tasted sweet to me. Tequila.
Yeah, it's good. I can't wait to have tequila in Mexico.
In Jalisco,
Scared.
the real tequila.
The real fucking deal. So we go over there with our little margarita asses to Tremont.
You introduced me to Touch Tunes, and I spent like $40 on it.
Right. So we
'Cause
decide
the
we want to
music,
play.
They were playing
What
like
the fuck?
1970s, 1980s gay anthems, which is like great if you're old.
Which is the clientele that was there at first, but we were like, we got to pump this up.
I mean, that's Tremont. It's fine, but like,
We got to get Brat.
we weren't going to hear a Brat song.
So we decided to then take over Touch Tunes and start playing Brat, which then caused us to start chugging our drinks.
Right. It picks up from there.
We became Brats immediately. We were like, well, we're here. We're here.
And just in time for the drinks to flow, your partner and his friends come.
And then they buy another round without even asking us. They're like, here's more. And I'm like, okay. Like, meanwhile, I also, I took an edible. And so I was waiting for that to hit. So I'm like, this is not good. Not good.
And we all looked at each other at one point. I think on the third drink or so, we were like, we've got to get out of here.
Oh, no.
We've got to leave this place.
There. So it's easy just to get drunk.
Yeah, and they were like, we could just stay here. I was like, we've already been here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, we've already
spent
too much money on touch tunes.
If we stay, we're just going to embarrass ourselves in front of the bartender because he's looking at us like, wow, they've been here a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
it wasn't Saturday night. It's not like nighttime. It's afternoon. The sun's out.
We were trying to still like keep it together. You had a dinner to go to.
And I had a dinner at 8:30.
And I was like, I want to go home and do my own thing. Like I was ready to go. The plan was to just get a little tipsy and go home.
Go home and edge.
Probably. But that didn't happen. We then proceeded to walk down the fucking high street towards
Club Diversity.
Now, describe Club Diversity for our fellow listeners, because I have an opinion about it.
I think Club Diversity, I don't even know if it qualifies as a Victorian house, but it's like some ancient-looking haunted house.
It gives...
I mean, but like in a way, the room we were in, the front room, it has like a fireplace and like big windows, and so you're kind of like, this is fun. I'm just like hanging out in someone's house, but it's also like, it's older, dilapidated in a way, but I don't know. It's not like falling apart completely.
It's not terrible. Let's just put it that way. But
they have
not
a nice backyard,
bar.
But it doesn't feel like a bar.
It feels like you're walking to a funeral home that serves a funeral home. Martinis.
And I felt that way when they were doing that. Remember? Have you ever been there for karaoke?
I can't.
Have you ever been there for karaoke?
I can't. That's got to be.
It's like someone gets on the piano and then just this interesting collection of humans gets up to sing some songs that you've never heard. None of the songs did I. It was like 20 different people got up, and I was like, "What's that?" They're like, "It's from the reenactment of the musical from 1972."
Gays are banned from doing fucking karaoke.
This can't be karaoke. Like you're singing a ballad from a musical no one's heard of.
Gays absolutely need to stop
depressing.
Doing karaoke.
Yeah, gays should not be allowed to do karaoke.
And if you are, the song needs to be less than 2 minutes.
And it can't be Disney.
And it can't be some kind of.
Can't be Disney. Can't be a ballad. Can't be a song.
This is a B-side from the Mickey Mouse Club. And you're like,
that's my issue. Is they try to be niche. They try to be unique. They
tried
to pick a song that only they know.
And they are living their truth. And God love you.
If I have to listen to you sing, it has to be something I can recognize so I can cover up how bad you're singing.
Because if not, I'm on my phone going, oh my fucking God.
Like, make it stop.
6-minute break. In between.
I put in my AirPods and put noise canceling on the last time I was there during karaoke. I'm not kidding.
Oh my God, that's
I had them in my coat pocket for the Uber ride. I just got them out, put them in. I was like,
bada bing, bada boom.
And we went outside. It was nice out there.
It was nice. I mean, the place is just like kind of awkward.
It's kind of awkward.
It's like, and that's
once again the clientele,
which we talked about last week, how we're the hottest ones. So
it's like constant staring. I'm not trying to say we're hot, but like it's constant staring.
It's constant,
and it's like it's trying to be friendly way. It's not like we hate you. Why are you here? Like who are you? It's more just like. I'm afraid to go up to you. I'm afraid to wave. I'm afraid to say hi.
You can say hi.
Even though you nodded at me, even though I'm like, hey.
They're like,
how's your Saturday?
Hey, how's your Saturday? Oh my God. I wish you would start doing that to everybody. Hey, how's your Saturday?
Which
you kind of do.
I do that already.
You do. We learn something new from new people every time we go out. Hey, how's your Saturday?
Do.
It's great, actually. In times,
that's how I found out there was a softball tournament.
Well, when I sick them, I'll go, Jim, go. It's that one over there, and he'll be like, I'm on it, honey. And I'm like, oh, this bitch. And he just finds a quick way.
I'll gather the information. They gather the information. You're like, am I going to use they this time?
I don't know. Yeah, I just
you can stick with he for the purposes of the show.
I don't know why. I literally just thought about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just working on my 40s. I'm working on being respectful. Yeah. I'm finally getting it together.
They are going to go figure things out.
They literally.
If you want to use they pronouns for me, which is fine, you have to emphasize they.
I know, and that's
every time like, well, they are coming over.
The problem for me is like it's a struggle to say they to me. Like I'd rather just say your name.
Right.
To me, it should be like,
and that would be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim does this, not he does this, not they do this. Jim does this. Like I don't. Yeah. And that's hard too sometimes. And then if you present a certain way, it's like.
And then if you have a dick swinging in the wind.
Dick swinging in a fucking.
I feel like you saw me too much at camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I can't say
and gender
that.
is not genitals. We know that. But like with this hog and balls swinging in the wind in front of him. With the hog and the balls
and the hairy chest and the muscles. It's
a lot of hair.
All right.
A lot of hair.
All right, sweetheart.
Hard to convince people you're a they. You know what I mean?
But.
The nails are the only giveaway.
Honestly, and I feel like
at this point. It's like
I love it. I was actually thinking about this the other day that you literally just wear nails in it all the time. And you used to like do it when you have like 10 days off. You're like, I'm getting my nails done.
It started like that, and then I was like, I fucking love doing this, and I love staring at them, and I don't bite my nails anymore.
Now,
so
are you
like,
doing another one before the trip?
Oh yeah.
Why are you doing something like
this coming Thursday? Yeah. I don't know that I should do brat again, but I might do brat on the toenails because you're doing it too.
Yeah.
And I have a nice new brat thong.
Oh, and I have a nice new brat
Speedo.
We're gonna be wearing the
To Montemar.
Listen,
Honey.
I'm gonna say something that's controversial.
Oh no.
I'm a little bit concerned about
some of the clientele.
Mpox.
Oh yeah.
Because we're going to a circuit pool party. Now, there is chlorine.
Well, there is chlorine, and also like the people I met there, at least when I was there. Keep in mind, though, it was 2 weeks before Pride weekend, so it was not a busy time, even though it felt very busy.
I feel like I say that all
it was
the time.
not circuit people at Montemar.
I'm hoping that
we went on
mix. I feel like we'll find non-circuit.
Saturday. We went on a Saturday. So that was their most busy day, apparently, and then Sunday's next.
And so Sunday is the day before Labor Day, so this Sunday
For us,
we're there,
it's going to be like...
It's going to be busy. It's going to be busy, girl. I kind of want to go to...
Well, I got like the last
Casa
Cabana.
Cupola or whatever. I kind of want to go to...
I want to go there, too.
The thing that I'm going to be really concerned about for myself and my safety is that I've got... And I'm not going to because I'm stupid, but I've got to pace myself. I've got to not like, I don't want to be sick Monday.
Right.
So I've got to just like learn this. I really need weed and I'm scared to bring it in.
No, don't be afraid of that.
I'm scared of the airport.
Oh, God. It's a joke. I literally got off the... No one even
like,
checked
don't you
anything.
have to press a button and then like it goes green or red and then that decides?
You're supposed to. That wasn't working when I was there. I didn't even get anyone to look at. No one looked at anything.
Somebody said to not be the first one through and to wait. And then when there's a lot of people, they'll usually just wave you by.
They do because they know there's a rush. They're like, we got to just get people in. Like, that's what I mean. It's like very pretend. They're like, do I want to make $50 right now?
Right.
Or do I just not?
And are you going to really find my edibles? Like,
they're not. They're not digging through your checked bag for this shit.
I'm so scared.
You don't need to be honey.
Honey, she's scared. Honey.
Plus, you can just go to the beach and get it.
But it's shitty Mexican weed.
Ditch weed.
Yeah, like I did that in Dominican and it was not good. I was like, ugh. Like it was like, it's like a spliff more than anything.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's true.
But, there's options, but we will be doing that. Anyway.
Pace yourself.
Pace yourself. We're going to be pacing ourselves, not like we did last Saturday.
Not like Saturday.
Then we continued moseying up the street, and then you got an Uber to leave, and I was like, okay, are you okay? And we're like in the middle of like a parking lot that I didn't know where we were at.
It was a scary... I mean, let's be honest, walking from Bosco's to Cabins is not the best area.
No, it's a lot of funeral homes, and I'm wondering, is that because there's a lot of shootings there?
Yes.
I also saw a cop at the Buckeye Donuts, which I thought was funny. I took a picture.
I would.
I'm like, why is this so ironic? Like, why is
it always a thing?
Yeah, like, is it
because,
real?
like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember the last time I've been to a donut shop. I went to DK Diner. I didn't get a donut. I got brunch.
I like how you say donut. Say it.
Donut?
Donut.
I
think there's different ways that people say it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like I'm more like
donut.
Donut.
Yes,
I'm more southern.
Donut.
You're like a donut.
Donut.
Yeah, it's like
donut.
something there. Oh.
Quick. It's a donut.
It's the end.
Donut.
It's the end of it. Nut.
Yeah, I'm like donut.
I'm like a donut.
A donut. And I'm going to be honest, when people spell it dough, like DOUGH, nut, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
DONUT. Just stop. Stop. We don't need the extra letters. We're not French.
A donut.
Oh, it's dough, though. It's
but think about how, like, if we really think about it, though,
we should not be eating
disgusting.
them. Yeah, we should not be eating
like,
donuts.
let's pour sugar all over a piece of bread.
And I'm sorry,
sweet,
and fry it.
And fry it.
And meanwhile, I fucking love regular bread. So, like, I don't need fried. I don't need it to be fried.
Now, will I eat it? Yes. Now, will I stop because of the signs on?
Now,
No.
do we eat tortilla chips all the time? Which, when you think about it, are literally
the same.
They take a tortilla like this circle. 4 chips is one tortilla.
I know.
I probably at local cantina
Can eat
ate
about
like 40
Yep.
chips.
It's really easy to do.
That's
And we're like,
10
get more.
tortillas. 10 tortillas.
Oh, when you put it like that, that's real
I
scary.
ate 10 tortillas with the oil and like what?
Oh, that's really scary when you
I know
really think about
you
it.
shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
The reason you're going to think about it soon, though, is because in Mexico,
I'm going to be eating
a lot of
nachos
times,
drunk.
like when you go to a restaurant, like we would order guacamole,
and they give you a ton of.
They don't give you a basket of chips. They give you literally like
6 chips.
4. No, they give you like 4 half tortillas fried,
Yes.
and then you like crack it in half like the body of Christ.
Oh,
it's like the body of Christ. Sometimes you'll get a whole circle, and it's like.
Oh, if that's the case, I'll be doing a performance.
So then you're like, can I get more chips?
Oh, hi, we're American. Can you bring
Senor.
us a whole basket?
Senor,
Oh, no,
more chips. And you have to keep asking, and you don't think it's like crazy, but then I'm like, wait, they hand make the tortillas, they press them, they cook them, then they fry them. I mean, it's like
there's a lot to a chip. When you think about chips being mass produced, I mean,
what the fuck?
We're so gross.
We're gross.
We're gross.
We got a second basket of chips. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like, this is how I was when I quit smoking. I was like, smokers,
chips.
gross. Now I'm skinny. I'm like, ew, people who eat, they're disgusting.
Right.
You fucking fats.
Well, that's what it's like. You're losing weight and you realize America's
kind of do.
horrifying.
Like, I'm like, why did I have to eat 6 pieces of pizza when I could have 2? And that's even a lot. And it's not a lot, but it's good.
Like when they show you the slice size difference compared to like 60s or 50s to now. Yeah, and it was like, so they had 2 slices equal to 1 now.
You notice everything's, extra large. Everything's bigger. Oh my God, bigger is better.
Even Europeans come here and they're just like,
Europeans laugh at us. They're like, ooh,
no wonder you're fat.
Man, you're so fat. That was not even, I don't even know what accent that was.
Man, you're so fat.
Man, you're so fat. It was like a little bit Jamaican, a little bit.
You're so fat.
You're so fat. So
you're not fat. You're down below 200.
Yeah.
Or 300.
Yeah, down behind 200. Yeah, down below 200.
You would look horrifying below 200.
Yeah, I'm down 70. I like literally officially today.
70 pounds
since December. I started right after I got back from the Dominican.
8 months, 70 pounds.
It's kind of insane. So I'm on track to do 100 a year, which I don't know. At that point, I think that's where I'm going to stop.
Maybe.
Though,
I don't want you to get to these legs, honey. You got to keep that ass.
I know, and that's the best part is my legs, and I've got to keep those. I got to. If I start losing,
I don't know. They're not fat legs.
No, I never have had.
So that's why I'm like, maybe it will be fine.
I think it is because actually my legs are very, very attractive.
Too bad there's nothing in your scrotum to lose because that could shrink. We'd be okay.
I'm actually more concerned that it's actually just getting longer now. And I'm like losing weight, and it's like, well, all the fat on the outsides are now just like
filling it in.
Everything's
it's coming from
drooping
above.
Down now. It's kind of like when
everything's
you see people
droopy.
who lose weight and they're older.
And that's why it's good that you're losing now while you're still tight.
Because
you're tightening up. You're tightening up.
This is it.
I do think that this was your final hurrah before you like settled into just eternal
death. Oh.
Largeness forever.
Oh, me if I didn't do this?
The rest of your life. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on
I think 40 was like your thing in your head, even though we didn't think about it that way.
It is. Because
you can either do it now or never.
Never. So when I quit smoking at 30.
You were like, it's now.
It's now or never. And so I did the same thing.
This is your thing.
I did the same thing at 30 when I quit smoking. Now I'm 40. Oh, I've been quit smoking for 10 years. That's
a long time. I think your lungs are like pretty much back to normal.
Yeah, I think now they're saying like 12 years. They officially said 10. But you have to stop before you're 30. They said if you stop at 30, by the time you're 40-ish, your lungs are back to like a normal person, basically.
That's so crazy. And to think you had all that fun, I could have done that.
I know. I was like, I'm going to smoke 6 till 30. I'm going to get fat until 40.
But then stop.
What's 50?
That's what I'm saying. What are you going to have to give up then?
Not my hair. This
no,
right
don't.
Oh.
Your dad doesn't. You won't. Or I don't even know what the rules are. But you're not going to lose your hair. If you're 40 and like this.
Oh, honey, I'm not losing hair.
That's not going anywhere.
This ain't going anywhere.
You're gaining hair.
Maybe I'll get muscles by 50, but then I'll be like a 50-year-old like stud like.
Yeah. Oh, that would be weird.
The problem is that we're getting to that point where it's like we're now creeping towards like, am I going to be hot or am I
just going to look weird?
Am I going to look like an old man that has muscle?
When there's old men with muscles, it's like, what are those for?
It's like, what are those for? I feel like I look good I feel like I'm going to look hot.
I think 60. You could look good like this. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm in my prime, if we're going to be honest. Like right now,
these 10 years. No, but in these 10 years are prime. Because
everybody says
before 50, you're still like, you're not full daddy, but you're getting there.
You're getting there.
But you're not like, after 50, it's just daddy.
After 50, it's like, okay.
You're daddy.
Yeah, you cannot go backwards.
You have to be daddy.
40s are like, you're still cool, but ish.
Yeah.
You can get away with
cool
stuff.
Adjacent.
You can't, yes.
50
cool
plus,
adjacent.
it's like, oh,
you can't get away with, you can't be 55 and blacked out with the 25-year-olds at Access, right? But you can at 40.
It's like you're 30 years apart. You are 30 years. When you're 55, you're 30 years older. This is why
Palm Springs becomes such a big thing for me. I got to go Palm Springs. It's time to start migrating.
Actually, now that you're over 40, like you could give us an in.
I know. I'm in.
I'm like, well, he's over 40.
We're
he's 40.
young. We're young. So we go to Palm Springs and we're young again.
We'd be prime beef.
Oh,
we would be prime beef.
Are you fucking kidding me? We should just go. Maybe next year we'll go for a trip.
Oh, that would be so fun. And in the winter, so it's like...
Yeah, so it's warm there.
In the day, but like cool at night there still.
A little sweater, a little daddy to warm me up.
It's the desert.
I need a granddaddy. Well, maybe I'll be able to attract the young boys.
If we're blacked out.
Oh. Well.
Doesn't Trixie have a hotel there?
She does, but it's $550 a fucking night. Like, girl.
So less than our New York City hotel.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. How much was our New York City hotel?
Oh, we were there 4 nights and we spent over.
I thought it was only $1,200.
Oh, it was? I thought it was 16. I think it was 16. Well, anyways, that's 500.
Well, you're also not in the middle of the desert. I know. So it's like, I get it. I get the appeal, but like also
it's like
there's 5 rooms.
Right?
So also, and can I say something that I realized about myself? Seriously, this is something that's like a problem.
A revelation?
I like going to places where even if I don't want to associate with anyone, I need to know there's people there. I need to know that it's going to be busy to where I can see somebody hot. I can have my fantasies. Yes. So like going to a Trixie Motel, you'd have like 3 opportunities to see somebody hot, and if they're all ugly, then you're fucked.
This is why you chose all inclusive for where we're going.
Literally,
instead of like what I did, I was like Airbnb in a near empty building. Like literally,
nope.
I want no people.
I want to be drunk at night and have some guy on Sniffies be like, "My wife's asleep and I need a blowjob." This is where we're at. This is what happened to the Dominican. With I can't remember that guy's name.
Oh my god!
When I taught him the ropes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was so cute.
It was so cute.
He looked so goofy and just like scared.
So scared.
And you were like, lay back,
and let me just. It wasn't more like.
Yeah,
but it's fine. It's cute. It's.
He's got to learn the ropes.
You got to learn the ropes, and now I'm at an age where I'm teaching
shoot
ropes.
the ropes. Yeah, you are kind of like.
Oh, I'm teaching the.
What if
in the Roman era, I'd be.
You're
going to
be 85, and he's going to be like 60, thinking like that. Remember that guy who taught me the ropes?
Remember the ropes that I? Well, I think of the guy that taught me the ropes.
Right, and he's like 60 something now. He's old.
No.
Oh, what? Oh.
He's 53, 54.
He was only 10 years older than you.
Yeah, when I was 19, he was 33.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
Why does that sound so bad?
It is bad.
Why?
Now
I was 19. Is that bad?
19-year-old. If I right now ran into a 19-year-old, we have nothing in common with them. Like literally, it's like they're not even.
I think it was
some of them are in
both,
high school.
Well, and I think he was like,
there's 19-year-olds in high school, so it's like, hey there, how are you?
Well,
you don't know who you are or what your life's like.
Let me show you my cock, and
let's
I'm like,
play with dicks, and it's like, okay.
And there I'm sucking a dick in a neighborhood in a random guy's truck, and I'm thinking to myself, I could have been murder.
You're like, I love this.
Yeah, I was like, I do like dick, and wow, your dick's big, and dicks are bigger in person. Like when you're in front of them, you're like, oh my god,
they always are.
It's weird.
I'm always like, why is this so like? It's too
It doesn't seem
it's
like
not going to fit in my mouth. Like I just want it to be a simple little lollipop, and instead it's always some thick Coke can,
which I do.
And I have big teeth. Like I'm tired. That's why I'm a side.
Scary.
I'm a top side.
You are. I think you kind of more are. You are like a top side. Like I don't think you're gonna go. Like you like to just play around.
Oh yeah.
Little this, little that, little hands,
little take care of me. You know what I mean? I'm a pillow princess too. That's the problem.
Yeah, you can't be a top and pillow princess. That's really hard. Well, you could. You could just lay back and say, "Ride me."
I'm a sub top. It's true.
I think I love that. I feel like we do need to make shirts that say that because, like a sub top side.
Because I like someone else being in charge, but you're not sticking it in me. And I'm not really going to put forth any effort to do anything to you.
I don't want to rock,
bored.
and I don't want to fucking fuck. Like, I'm sorry, I hate.
I don't want to get a cramp in my forearm.
Wait, I
really don't.
I get a cramp in my leg.
Oh, for what?
When I fuck.
Oh, yeah, because you have to like...
Every time I'm fucking...
Well, we have low back problem. We have back...
So is that what it is?
Yes, because I think it's sciatica.
Yeah, because then my back of my hamstring tightens up and I'm like, oh...
That's been happening to me on my right butt cheek.
Okay, so that's why
we're
not
And I get pain and I'm like, oh...
That's why we can't top or bottom. That's why we're just sides. We're just going to use hands. But even then, now, well...
We're basically just...
Well, we're going to Terry Schiavo.
I can't even say it, but we're Terry Schiavo.
Fuck my slutty little mouth.
I like being Terry. You know that.
Same.
We have a voicemail from...
Oh, my God.
You know who? Because we only have 2 listeners. Not really. We're actually doing pretty well still.
We've got 7.
All things considered.
No, all things considered.
No, we're in the improv charts this week.
Right.
Girl,
it's over.
No, it's not over, but it's fun.
We're stars.
Some people, I mean, honestly, you might want to get on board now.
Some people like lumpy potatoes.
Some people like this. Look at us. And again, I have my theory. And my theory is once I get super hot and super skinny, we're going to have tons of listeners because they're going to start respecting me. Here's our voicemail.
Okay.
Hi, cute boys. I don't know if it's a question or a statement or a rant, but so, for instance, a homeless man, say there's 2 homeless men, right? one of them's a veteran, and one of them's like, I don't know, hot, but a piece of shit, like a woman beater, and the other one's like a vet, and like, I don't know. Pretty much my point is, wow, this is horrible voicemail. My point is that why do hot people always get the benefits in life? Like, if it's an old man who's homeless, but he's a vet and, like, lost his family because, I don't know, he lost a leg because he's trying to save his family or whatever. And then there's, like, a hot homeless person who's, like, a piece of shit. Like, why do we work like that? Like, what the fuck's up with that? What are your thoughts?
Okay, I feel like that was like your best voicemail. That was the funniest to me. I don't know what that was about. I need to hit the pen after that, honey.
I think he's talking about like pretty privilege. Yeah, but I don't really.
We were actually just discussing.
But then where did the homeless people come in? And by the way, it's unhoused. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I mean, it is, but like, wow.
It's unhoused. We don't do that.
We say unhoused people. Enslaved people.
I thought he was going to go in a different direction. Like,
I was hoping it was going to become like a fight, like battle of the homeless.
I was thinking like sometimes. Oh God, I'm about to admit something. Sometimes I see a homeless person. I think,
what could I get them to do?
I'm not actually a fan.
And that I'll be like, he's kind of hot. Like if I give him a shower, like maybe. We could do like a video or something. Like I always think of like these, and there are videos out there of people that do this. Oh my God, yeah.
What?
Yes.
Where can I find them?
You just Google like homeless boy, and they'll be like, they'll suck dick for like $10.
But like
and they
technically
film
adult.
It's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Anytime I say boy, it's literally 18 or older.
Like
it means legal.
Looks young.
At this point,
twink.
At this point, a 30-year-old's a boy for me.
I know. Literally.
So that's where we're at.
And, it only gets bigger in terms of who becomes
like,
a boy.
Look at this boy, and he's like 30.
You're just a boy. He's like, I'm 38. Yeah, it's like, well, I'm 60.
And you're a boy, bitch. And that's what you have to keep telling yourself.
Well, there's some guys that like being called boy, but like, so these homeless people.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Unhoused people.
So you're saying the veteran gets shit on, but the hot guy is a piece of shit that beats people, but I don't know where we're going with that.
Wasn't sure if there was a question.
Yeah, like I'm not sure if you were saying like, so. Are you saying why? Yeah, I'm actually really not sure what the question is.
I don't remember.
Now, I do have to say something, and this is going to be very controversial, so excuse me to our military members or families. But like when we see a veteran from the Vietnam War, I don't give a fuck.
No.
Is this bad?
I don't think so. I
don't care about the Vietnam War. Like, I don't even know what it fucking was about. It was fake.
I really don't care. I think our military is terrible. I think when you look at what we do around the world to everyone else, and then we want to claim to be heroes, it's kind of like, are you a hero or are you a war criminal?
We thought we got rid of slavery, but then we have military draft, and we have like people who had to go fight for their country, even though what are we fighting for? We don't know, but you still have to go, which means you are
They're like, I joined the military so I could go to college. I'm like, that's pathetic. You should not have to go kill people abroad just so you can get an education.
And that's what's wrong with our country.
I got a good loan through the government because I'm a veteran. It's
AARP,
like,
or what's
you can't afford a house without joining the military.
Navy, what's it called? I always see the commercials. I'm always like, Navy Federal.
It's all a scam to get these young, poor people into the military, so then the rich people who own everything and control the government can send them off. It's like, okay.
Now, I will say, we both come from military families. I mean,
my brother's a Marine. My brother-in-law's in the Army National Guard. Like, it's not, and my grandpa was a Marine.
My grandpa was a pilot.
It's like, like, I'm glad that they think that they're contributing and doing great things.
But we're also enlisting kids that have nothing that are on, and they're like, we'll sign them up for the military. No, that'll do them good. It's like,
there are people that join just because they feel they have no other opportunity.
And then they join.
And not just some people. A lot of people join because of that. They're like, I have nothing else. Yeah. The recruiters go to these high schools.
They lure them in.
They lure them in. They go to. You can get a car with this sign-on bonus. Your grades aren't good enough to get you a job anyways. You may as well join the military. It's like this bullshit.
So we're going to go fight a war.
Okay.
We're going to lose our leg. And then we're going to be homeless at 60 because no matter what you were doing, you still enlisted and it didn't get you anywhere because they don't give a fuck about you. Yeah. And that's the problem.
Because what happens when you're a veteran, they don't really take care of you for health care. They actually don't.
Oh, the VA
Look
sucks.
at the VA.
Have you heard about that?
Has had to outsource and send veterans to private care
it's actually
people.
Very, very sad.
Because they don't actually take care of them. They have a horrible medical record system that doesn't cross over.
Yeah, it's bad. I've heard really bad things about it.
They have wait times that are longer than anyone else, even in social medicine countries, like in European countries. Like the VA is worse.
It's just not. So I don't know the appeal anymore.
It's kind of a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam. And we trick people into joining. And then we're like,
well, then they're homeless.
They are heroes.
And I love how we're like, oh,
there are
our homeless guy. It's like, why aren't we helping him then get off the street? Like, why are we sending bombs to bomb?
Why does anyone in the United States not have a house? That doesn't make sense. And I'm not talking even like, I'm not saying you have to have a nice house, but you should have a roof over your head in this country.
You can get a 30%.
We waste more food than we eat. We have so much money that we're pretty much every other country combined. It's like a joke.
How much food is wasted at night on every restaurant on High Street right now?
Right.
Like, if they would just all come together and be like, anything that's left, we're going to put together and have a...
Yeah.
There was like a service my uncle tried to do at one time, but it's like really hard to do.
No, it is hard.
But like, why are we not... I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Let's spend our money, though, like on wars that aren't even ours.
Well, this is why they want. This is why they want to glorify the military, because it's a complex. The military-industrial complex.
Yeah, for sure.
The most profitable business is making bombs. And what do you do with the bombs? You have to go use them somewhere.
Why do you think
so? You invent another conflict, and then you keep the conflict
and the stock
going,
goes up.
And then the stock in that goes up, and then more people invest in it. Well, you need people to fight in it, so you got to get more soldiers.
So let's prey on the kids that come from a family that
they've
been trapped in their trap.
Keep them poor, so the military looks enticing. And I think patriotism is a scam. They're like, you've got to love your country. Why?
Yeah, like honestly, why?
Why? What is appealing about it?
And I hate to say this, and
they're like, you have everything. You have I can't believe you don't.
There are freer countries than us.
What?
That's the fucked up part. And I'm not saying that
free to do what? I had to sign a non-compete. I can't even go get a new job in this city.
Nobody's free. We can't even leave our country without having a fucking passport.
Free?
Free what?
What?
What's free?
Yeah, we're not free.
Hi, we're not free. It's like $10 for a gallon of milk now. And that's not the president's problem. That's not the president's fault or the government. It's actually corporations gouging. So look at what you did, Thatcher. You got us on a fucking tangent. But Thatcher. I mean, going back to the homeless, like hot, like I don't know if being hot helps you when you're unhoused. Yeah, when you're unhoused, it's just definitely... It's just not a good situation. And it's really sad because I know a lot of people, when it happens to them, it just happens really quickly because they're on drugs.
No, literally, it does happen quick. Like Matt's friend that it happened in a matter of months where he lost his job.
Literally.
Didn't have a lot of savings and suddenly couldn't afford his apartment. And then he was unhoused for like almost a year, but slowly found shelters to stay in. But you had to go every night by 5 because there's a line. Right. And if you don't get in line early enough, you don't get a spot and you can't bring anything in. So you have to have he had to like pay for a storage facility to keep everything else in there. Then he finally got a bike so he could get to work. Then he worked his way up and saved money. Then he could finally afford a used car. And this took like a year. And he finally got another apartment. But now what does he? You know what I mean? But now he might be unhoused again because it's too expensive to keep doing that. It's so too hard. Sad. I also think there's a guy that wears a yellow coat up the street that he's at the homeless shelter, and I pass like when I get off the highway, it's right there. Oh yeah, and I'll be like, "Oh, there's the man in the yellow coat." I've talked about this before, and I sit there and I look over at him every day almost, and I say, "What is he thinking about? Right? What is he doing? Like, what is he doing? Does he think he lives in the land of the free? He does." That's the fucked up part. I'm like, maybe he's choosing this. Well, sometimes I wonder. I really do. Like, not necessarily people can fall into roles, and he's just kind of like chilling. And he is chill on the fucking. And I'm like, don't you? Like, what do you want? But maybe you don't want anything because why would you? Because then it's more fucking work. It's more money, more problems. And it's actually a real true goddamn statement unless you win the lottery. And even then it's a problem because then you lose that too. Because you have to pay half of it to the government. Well, it disappears. Yeah. It's like. And then pay taxes on the houses that you buy because. Everything. Okay. So anyway, we're not going to go into that. But yeah, unhoused. We don't like it. It's not fun. Thank you, Thatcher. Thank you. So, what have you? Yeah, I have something else. It's like kind of like another controversial topic. Today is like kind of wild. I know. So back when I was in high school, in Georgia, there was a news story that happened, and it was like do 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 do. That's the news theme song. Like when it came on. Breaking news out of blah 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 county. There was a coroner or a cremation place. That was not actually cremating the bodies. They were throwing them like in the woods and like
bury them in mass graves and like all this stuff. So
because it's like too expensive to use fuel to
the
burn
furnace
or
was
something.
broken and like all this stuff. So
I wonder what they put in the urns.
So there's a podcast about this exact thing that I remember when I was in high school. It happened. I remember seeing the news and being like, kind of floored by it, because it's like, but it brings up a question that I need help answering, and I don't know how people are going to feel about this. And I don't know if it's because religion. I don't know if it's because, but like,
Right.
so the crime was like, it's a heinous crime when he did and all this stuff. But when I'm listening to the lawyer, I'm listening to the lawyer say like, but what did he actually, he basically just defrauded people because they didn't get the product that he was selling.
Right.
But he wasn't murdering people.
They're already dead.
They were dead. So it's a very weird.
And here's the other part. If they hadn't found out, would it have even mattered?
Correct.
No, it wouldn't.
None.
That's why I think like it's all pretend is what I always say. Like,
Well, it's a business,
We have
again.
so many rules and things that we think are like hard and fast. Like,
But like what? Well, that's what I'm saying. Who made these rules for death?
why
Like,
does the body matter? The body doesn't matter.
Well, I know some religions think that we're all going to crawl out of the graves, and it's like, first of all, I don't want to.
When Jesus comes back to earth, they'll leave the graves. He'll raise the dead.
I thought we were talking about spirits though, and like not.
It's like,
your body.
what the fuck? You think a bunch of skeletons are just going to pop up?
Like
Most of them at this point are ash. They've been fully dissolved. They've turned into worms and trees. Like, they're not going to come
There's
out
a
of
process.
the graves from 2,000 years ago. They're not mummies. Like, they're dead. They're dissolved.
Listen,
And that's fine. That's normal. Every living thing has turned back to dust to dust.
ashes to ashes and dust.
What do you mean he's going to raise the living dead?
Yeah. Okay.
First of all,
I'd
Jesus,
hate to see the dead from.
Jesus is not coming back. Can we just like settle that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sick of listening to them. They've been saying this for 2,000 years. He's not coming back. And that's fine. He doesn't need to come back.
He's back in your heart.
He already gave great examples, and we can read about him.
But you literally don't even follow
But you don't
him.
follow them.
Right,
so it's
so-
like, why do we need him to come back?
You don't follow them. I like that. They them.
Them. Yeah.
I think they are they them.
Jesus
was
they.
definitely.
The God form is for sure.
Jesus was.
There
such
can't be like a masculine God.
no
God of everything is a man. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like, can you imagine me like this really butch guy being Jesus?
They're like,
hey,
God decided to send him as a man, so that means men are more important. I'm like, he sent him as a man because humans are dumb and misogynistic.
Listen.
If we had an evolved society, he could have sent just a being of light and we would have listened. But no, he knew, he was like, these humans are so fucking dumb.
With
They
his
think because
hair
men might be
perfectly
more physically
straightened.
strong, they're only going to listen to a man. So he sent a man.
probably so ugly.
He was probably hideous.
Probably hideous. But
First of all, they didn't have braces.
yeah, like first of all, they didn't have.
They didn't have
toothbrushes.
dentists.
Yeah, like
They didn't have a dentist.
like,
what
can you imagine Jesus coming to be like, hey,
Why do you think they died at 33?
You know well, and that. Oh, but not
Honestly,
in the Bible. It
I
was
think
260 years old. Okay.
Died at a good age. Like,
Yeah, honestly, he went out.
33 was peak.
Actually, he's probably he was on the old side.
He was going to die anyways.
Yeah.
One bad pneumonia away from death. Like, you would get a cut and just die from a cut.
One stub toe from death.
Literally. Like, ooh, it looks infected. They don't even know what infection is. They're
No.
like, it's a festering wound.
Well, you just died. Like, people knew that you were dying. Like, you were dying of cancer. You just, they were like, up, he's dying. Like, that's it. There's no hope.
It was accepted. Now we're afraid of death.
So now
and we're afraid of losing
so
our
it kinda
bodies
goes
even
back-
after death.
So these people are so fucking pissed.
That they're like,
And
grandma's in a mass grave. And it's like, well,
so my question, though, is...
grandma doesn't know. Grandma doesn't care.
Grandma is gone already, though. Like, I don't look at a body. So
I
my
don't
personal view is...
I know. I don't think of the person when
When
I see
they
a
are
body.
dead,
Yeah.
when I hear they have died, they're
it's over
done.
for me. Yeah. The
I
body,
mean,
I remember, I go to
I
all these
cancel
wakes
their-
and
yes.
viewings where I like see them in the viewing and I'm like,
No,
this
it's not
is
that
not,
person.
this
Nope.
doesn't relate to any of my memories.
Nope,
Like, I
none.
remember looking at my grandpa and I was like, why
It's
are we, I was
horrifying.
like, why are we doing the,
Yeah, like, what is the point of this?
they're like, I remember like my aunt and someone else being like, he doesn't even look like him. I'm like, well, yeah, he's dead. Like,
Yeah, the bitch is dead. We try to
you can-
glorify death, and it's not pretty. It's ugly.
you can
it's
only
nasty.
do so much with makeup. Like, it's,
So this is the point. So I don't know. My personal feeling on it is like, I feel like I don't know what happens.
but I wonder if it were like my mom, I would probably be like pissed. I'd be like, well, even though I don't think it's that important, like I thought you were going to put her in an urn, and
But as an American
and I wanted to
citizen-
spread her ashes or something. I would like to know.
Okay, so as somebody who has rights in this country, because it's a free country, we don't have to talk about that. Do you think that it's a crime of like malicious, or is it more like a fraudulent case? Like it's almost like more of a monetary.
Oh yeah, like I don't think this is a death penalty case. Like,
right.
I don't think it was
and people are
something so bad that it's like this is the worst person.
It's interesting.
He's going to hell like Hitler. It's like no, I mean
he still was burying him. I mean he was probably burning wood, and also they talk about, and I don't know if anybody knows this. Listener discretion is advised, but when you cremate a body, it is such a goddamn process. They tell you about it. So this is why I was like, no wonder he wasn't fucking doing it.
Right.
You literally have to put the body into this like 1600 degree something fucking insane. It melts the body, but it takes literally 3 hours to incinerate it to. Then it's a skeleton.
Environmentally, it's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. Then it's a skeleton. You pull it out. Yeah. So now you have people just pulling out these. First of all, I don't know how
ashes and bone chunks.
No, it's not even that yet. This is what they say. They pull it out, and some of it's like probably falling apart, but most of it's still intact. You have to then put it into a professional grinder, and you grind up the bones, and that's what the ash is.
I'm dead.
It's horrifying.
Oh, not dead, but like.
Well, are you?
No, it really is like it's not right.
So why is that? Why is him just being like, "Here's your mom," and you not knowing about it? Why is that? I don't know. I just think it's more
do you
fraudulent.
know they cremate in like Hinduism? Like there are, and they do all the cremations on the banks of the Ganges, the river.
Oh
the
yeah,
mother,
they push them. Don't they push them in
and
the
it's
river?
like if you watch videos, it's so foul looking and polluted because they just like line up all these.
Oh,
what are they? I forget what they're called. Where they put the body on
sarcophagus.
The something. It's like a pyre.
Okay.
A pyre.
Yep.
So it's just like a built up thing where they're going to burn the body.
Good word.
And they just line these pyres up on the river. And literally just like burn bodies and just like smoke coming up. And it's just like burning bodies. It probably smells so terrible. And then they're just like pushing ashes and other chunks and things in the river to let it like float away. It's like
it's not a pretty industry.
Huh.
But guess what? It's an industry.
It is an industry, though.
It's actually a very lucrative one. It's not going anywhere. That's the one guarantee you have.
Well, some states are allowing dissolving now, where you like literally go in a vat with like something like a strong acid or whatever, and it dissolves you.
It takes like a week or something, and then they.
But then what do you do with that? But then there's even, I think California, there's one other state, I feel where they let you go in a bio-safe cocoon and let you get buried.
And you degrade. And you
just degrade.
And then you become a tree.
You should. Like, I want to go back to the earth fully.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just very interesting.
You don't have to burn me. Just let me dissolve normally. It'll be quick.
It's terrible. I mean, the whole thing is terrible. And that's
like you don't need your body. That's the other thing is
right.
Like,
and especially if you believe in.
We're obsessed with it all this time we're alive, but like once you die, you
again,
don't
even
need
if you
it.
believe in whatever you believe in after this, your body ain't going with you. So
that's one thing we've noticed.
We've noticed the body never leaves.
Like the person stops talking and breathing and heart beating, but the body sticks here.
The body literally takes 3 hours at 1600 degrees Fahrenheit on full blast fire for it just to melt the fucking all the organs and all the shit out.
That's crazy.
Then it's bones still. Your bones still exist, and then they grind it up in a grinder, like basically like a wood chopper. That was the other thing. He was using a wood chopper instead of like the professional device, and people were mad at that. I'm like,
who cares?
You're chopping bones. Like regardless, you're chopping up your
bones.
Stop trying to make death pretty. It's not pretty.
I think that's the main problem here is like people just can't deal with the thought of like, you said that.
It's grandma.
It's grandma. It's not grandma.
My grandma's been gone. It's
grandma.
She gone.
It's weird when I think about it, but like every single atom in our body has been something else at some other point.
I know.
Like the calcium is not really ours. We're from the inside of stars. Like all these metals, organs, they're all just bits and pieces from something else. Right. So it's kind of like, it's not real. Like we're not real.
The apple, where if you put an apple into like a chamber, right? So like imagine the universe is the apple.
Yeah.
The apple will biodegrade on its own, then it'll become a gas, and it becomes a liquid, then or it becomes all this stuff, and it eventually
entropy.
Eventually, nobody knows how long it would take technically, but it could be billions of millions of years. It'll eventually end up being an apple again.
Under the right conditions,
correct.
Maybe. Yeah.
So like we're constantly, you can't like get rid of.
Low probability, but possible, yes.
I got to find the video because it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's
it's true. Like we're just random arrangements of atoms.
Right.
We don't know
that's all we are.
How else atoms are arranged out in the rest of the world.
So when we die, we might become the earth and something might really happen with us. Like who knows?
Well, I remember in like high school, it was like every breath you take, there's like one atom that was breathed by Julius Caesar when he said this. And it was like one phrase he said. And it was literally like every time you take a breath, you're breathing in one of those atoms from when he said these words. And it's like, that to me, I was like, okay, so that's taking me back 2,000 years. Like, it's so temporary. It's so impermanent. But people don't want to think about that. They want to think like, I am this. I am this body. It's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not. You got chunks of skin falling off at all times. You can't even see it. Little hairs falling off. You're flaking.
You're aging.
You're coming into a tissue. Like, it's all pretend.
Think about cum.
Think about cum.
Think about cum. Think about life. Yeah, it's interesting. So I thought that was a very interesting topic. I wanted to bring it up.
That's a neat story, though. Like, people freaking out. People are going to freak out over death.
I'm sort of waiting to see the conclusion because I don't remember, because I was a kid. I was in high school. I was like, I don't give a fuck. But like, I do remember like it being on the news for a long time.
Yeah.
Like a long time. It was this family that was like well known in the community, and they were like very much liked and da-da-da-da. And then people found out this, and they were like the worst humans in the world.
We fucking hate you.
But literally
it's like, guys,
their cremation thing was old and broken, and the son had taken over, and he just didn't want. They were the cheapest in the tri area as well, in the tri-state area. So Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama.
That's why I don't cut corners. Like, you don't want to.
Don't cut corners.
I usually don't trust a deal. I'm always like, so what's the thing?
If you notice,
what's the thing?
That's why, again,
like when I travel to, I'm like, I'll just go to the nicer place.
I'll spend the extra $100.
Like, I'm like, Priceline? But it works. It did work that one time.
It does work. It just, sometimes you got to realize that cutting the corner is actually going to make it harder for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're going to wish you just spent the money up front because you're going to end up spending it anyway.
It was another $200. Like, I really could have just.
Like, oh no, we can't take the shuttle. We
I
like,
know.
Yes,
it's
we
like, no, we
can.
We can.
And we
can
will.
take the shuttle.
And we will.
I like that topic.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
It's a definitely a different episode for us because we knew that I'm not editing this. Like, I'm not.
No, it's perfect.
It's interesting. Do you have a sundry? A sundry?
I'm trying to think of a sundry. My sundry is unsolvable, I think, and I just have to come to accept it. But it's like,
kind of like
I got the fall feeling this week.
Oh no, it's happening already.
It's happening, and my mood has been like.
I actually noticed when you walked in, you had a look on your face, and I was
just like I'm tired.
Yep.
Like, I'm just like, all right.
So what are you feeling? You just feel like you're.
It's just a feeling of like everything's done, the exciting part's over.
I fucking love the fall.
No, but I love it once I'm settled into it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't really care
But
anymore.
Is it every season, or is it just
fall?
Just going from summer to fall?
Oh God, going into spring, going into winter, even like when it's like cold. I'm
like, let's get chilly.
I like it. Like I can get cozy, and Christmas is coming.
It is the twist.
It's just this twist. And then spring is so fun because of the flowers and the birds and everything. I'm like,
warm again, and things are coming to life.
And then once it's summer, I'm like, we can do fun things.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Now fall, I'm like,
we still can do fun things.
But that's the secret, and I have to remind myself. But it's just like the process of
we can look cute in flannel. I mean, hello.
I love
a flannel.
But
except for
the weird part in the sundry is like it's 90 next week, so it's like
it's not fall. And
I'm
we're going to Mexico,
like,
where it's going to be 90.
Dear Mother Nature, like don't give me this feeling. Don't start me on this path.
Well, this is false
and then
fall.
Send me to 90s.
This is false fall.
Well, yeah, because it's still August.
It's not going to be fall
it's
until
still August.
November.
Probably November. That's how I feel.
Year.
I really do feel that.
I agree.
Like, we're going to New York at the end of October. I'm not even worried. I'm like, it's probably going to be 60.
Do you ever feel like, though, the summer goes faster than any other?
Oh, yeah. The summer's the fastest for me. Winter feels like it's forever.
Winter,
even though it's not cold, it's like it feels like a winter.
Cold for a longer time than it is this hot, like ready for the pool summer. It's like,
summer
this little
for
chunk
me
right
felt
here.
like
It's 2 months.
Mid-June to now to August to end of August. Mid-June to
and
end
then
of
it starts changing again.
It's like, well, there's 12 weeks. That's it. I mean, is that normal? Like, I don't know how many weeks a season has.
In Atlanta, it starts blooming in March, and then by April, it's like in
hot.
the 80s.
Oh, so it's like longer. Yeah.
And then fall doesn't start until November.
That's why, like, here, it's like, it's not that long of a summer
people want,
for me.
People
I'm
want
like,
seasons,
it's hot,
but it's also kind of like, it's like, oh man.
It messes with you.
It does, especially if you have seasonal depression disorder.
I guess I do. I have sad.
At least you're admitting it, though. I mean,
well,
we
at least
do know it's
now,
coming.
for me, like, sad used to be the end. And every other fall, I would get, like, so severely depressed. I would have to, like, do therapy and take a new medication and be like, I'm going to kill myself. And now I'm just like, oh, here comes that temporary feeling for a few weeks where I feel like everything's like this, blah,
like blasé.
Fall. But it doesn't like really stick with me because I'm like, okay.
No, we're going to go have fun in the fall.
Literally. That's why I'm like, okay.
I don't sweat as much in the fall.
I know. I can't wait.
I do miss a pool. I love a pool
miss
day.
a pool, but I love a hoodie.
But
you know what I mean? I love a hoodie.
Now, I wonder
miss a
if
pool.
I'm still going to feel the same way now that I'm skinny. I'm like, I don't want to not show my body.
Right. No, you might start to be like, oh, I don't need this.
I know. I won't look as cute in a hoodie. I can wear like a really cute long sleeve that like.
That's what you're looking.
That's what's gonna happen.
And the baseball tee, the 3/4. You're gonna look so.
I'm gonna be so hot.
Yeah, like it's. I'm telling you.
Brat.
And with a nice pair of jeans.
Bradham.
You're a bottom.
It's time for Bradham. Autumn and Bradham.
Sounds like a bottom. A bratty bottom.
You're a bratty bottom.
You're a bottom.
You're a bratty bottom in autumn. My sundry. I mean, I don't want to do it. I mean,
you have to.
I just don't. And I don't know if it's because I'm 40. I just don't like working.
No.
And I know this is every goddamn week, but I'm just so tired of people who don't understand how to read other people's tones, conversations. And I don't know if it's a form of autism or not, but it's like, I don't understand why some people can't grasp how to talk to a human being respectfully and not like they're a fucking child.
Right.
And this could be in any situation. I know I started out saying it was work, so that's obviously where my problem lies. But I think
professional speak.
Yeah, it's like I don't need you to talk. I'm fucking 40.
Hi, I'm right here in front of you. We can talk like we're talking now.
Literally, you can just say, "Hey, did you do that?" Instead of being
just tell me what you need done. Don't per my last email. Blah,
yeah,
blah,
don't passive aggressively email me.
Don't talk like that.
Just tell me what you need.
Let's just do it. What do you need, and why do you need it done now?
90% of people are like that, but you have that 10%, and if the 10% is actually above you, you're fucked.
Right.
So don't worry.
Yep.
So all I'm saying is that if you're the type of person that gets angry, like we need to start working on just the way we communicate with people. If you don't know how to communicate with somebody, then don't communicate at all. It's kind of like the golden rule.
It is true. It's like if you're coming in with all this high energy, but you aren't ready for anything,
bringing anything to the table. Yeah. You're not really being productive. You're actually just talking down to me and making me not want to work even more. This is not a leader. This is a piss poor excuse for a fucking. I don't know what you are. You're a bitch.
You're supposed to look at the leader and be like, wow, they're doing more than I do.
Wow.
Like my leader in my group, I'm like, he does so much more than I will ever want to do or could do.
Right.
He has to care about things that I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to go to that meeting.
Where I'm at.
I wouldn't even go to that meeting. I wouldn't talk to another person about that. I don't want to organize this. I don't want to go to this committee. He's doing all that. And I'm like, you do it. You deserve money for that because I don't want to do it.
And there are times
but like you're looking at your leaders sometimes and being like, do they even know what day to day is like? Like when they came and talked to you and they're like, the scheduling.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, okay. But
I can't.
You're like, well, that's actually not a third thing. That's a separate project.
Oh, something else. Yeah, it's like 3 things have happened this week already. Where you're like, and it's like we're really gripping onto that micromanagement situation, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to punch you in the throat. And you know, if you can't talk to me right, I'm not going to talk to you right anymore. Like I'm tired of being the better guy. It's kind of like we go low, we go high. No,
it didn't work.
It's not working.
And I love that this time around.
Yeah, we're going low. Bitch.
Everyone at the DNC is just making fun of Trump. It's so funny. It's so much better. The vibes are so much better.
It's like, let's go.
Gen Z loves the vibes right now.
The vibes are vibing.
The vibes are vibing.
They don't know what to do.
They don't know. They're lost. They're like,
so fucked.
Oh, fuck. They do this better than us. They called us weirdos. What did we do? We carry around cups of JD Vance's semen. Have you seen those pictures?
Yeah, what is that about?
Little like MAGA women carrying around fake cups of JD Vance's semen for childless women because they like make fun of childless women and cat women.
But we're,
I'm like,
but
what?
we're the problem. But drag queens and gays, they're influencing your children. But you're going to carry cum
that say JD Vance's semen for childless women. You're going to carry cum
around at an event with your children,
right?
Huh? Who's the groomer?
Yeah, it's like
just
no, you guys aren't weird at all.
No, we're just singing songs and being like, yeah. Did you see Georgia's announcement?
Yes, it was amazing. Turned down for what? I was like,
what?
Wow, Little John.
I'm like, well,
that was the best state.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
why not have fun with it? Especially when it's all fake anyway. It's all corporations running us anyway.
Right? It's like it doesn't matter.
Just
send Little John in there. That's why I am watching these. I'm like, I could never go to that, but like that was funny.
I know, actually,
it's theater to me. It's like watching a movie. So I'm like, I'm watching a movie.
Theater. Our whole lives are.
I feel bad for the people who are fully invested and are like, this is everything.
I know.
And wearing the shirt and the hat and it's like, okay.
I always look at those people kind of little questionable.
I'm like, how old are
like
you?
Waving the flags like, yes, Idaho. And I'm like, you Idaho for sure.
You Idaho.
Honey, I'm the hoe. You ain't the hoe. Anyway, if you want to call us 614-721-5336, 614-721-5336. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you share with your friends.
Absolutely.
And give us a goddamn review. I'm really sick of not seeing reviews.
It's making me ill.
It's making us ill. We have one more episode until we go to Mexico. So if you have any questions about Mexico, write them in. I'm really getting ready for it. I'm ready to fucking tone down.
Not ready to pack, but I'm ready to go.
Oh, really quick though, I thought about taking the bag out right now and starting to pack.
Let's do that.
I'm doing it.
Oh, I could do that.
I have all these new outfits and stuff. I got to get ready.
I
gotta look hot. Like you need.
Oh, you will.
You need to take
I need
the
to
next
get
time you
some
have a day
nice
off. You need to
shirts.
go shopping. You need to, because you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel towards closer. You're gonna be like,
I know. I'm gonna want.
you're gonna panic, and then you're gonna have to. Be
I
like,
have next week. I can do next Wednesday and Thursday.
You just need to commit to a day. You can do it. You like spending money sometimes.
I know.
And you'll look cute. So you just got to think, how am I going to look in Mexico?
You just have to remember not to feel hot. Nothing hot.
Right.
Hot.
It's going to be
too
like
heavy.
little like at
Slutty.
night you can wear.
Slutty's good.
At night you can wear your little like.
At night it feels great actually.
Well, and you can wear your little.
I'll be a slut.
Your little like unbuttoned down like. You can look hot with all your chest hair.
Leave it open.
Yeah. I mean, it's the beach.
It's PV. You can really wear anything you want.
And what we're saying is like, I'm not. Did
I'm
you
wearing
see
thongs. Like, I think it's fine. I don't think Hotel Musai is going to say anything.
I think thongs are like actually really European.
No, not for men. The men still just wear Speedos, but like,
are you gonna
I'm not getting tan lines. I don't care. Like, I'll bring a regular too in case they say something. But like, I'm wearing thongs. Like, I don't want tan lines.
I get it. I don't like it for me, and I don't necessarily.
Then you go look in the shower and you're like, why is this part white?
See, here's the part.
We don't want to highlight the dick like that.
It.
Oh, you like that highlighted dick?
When I see people with a tan line, like think about a blonde with the little hairs, the light hairs, and then you see they're like pale. But I like pale.
But I'm not
too.
a blonde, right?
And you're not a pale.
Yeah, I'm not a pale.
You don't like pale. Like you, I like pale. Like I like. So when I see a tan line,
they look
I see
like
that pale.
They have cancer pale.
I like pale.
They're ill, yeah.
So when you have a tan boy that has blonde hair and then they're pale as fuck on their honey. Anyway, I hope everyone has a great week. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
I love that I'm not editing this at all.
You don't have to.
I don't have to.
I really think it's perfect. Yeah, I'm like, we didn't say